We going down to Florida, Atlanta, every year. So that's the only time we got. We would never got away from Wyandanch if it wasn't for Perry. So he used to have two jobs. He was security and doing another job. Carried a gun. Never prayed he wanted to use it. He said he never wanted to use it on nobody. I mean, he was a good man. I got to give credit. That he was a good man and could clean a car. I guess that's where I got cleaning cars from, because he could clean a car. So he used to have to take me to see the judge in the juvenile detention center program I was in. Because what was crazy in Wyandanch back in them days, like they have here where I'm at in Fayetteville, North Carolina, called Ramsey Street School for the bad kids, really. All the bad kids that get put out to the major schools, they get put over to Ramsey Street. So back in Wyandanch, we had a program like that too. So it was the creator of how all of this started. So we had an afternoon program too. This was back in the 70s. So all the bad kids from my neighborhood, about 50, 60% of us, is in this afternoon program for the bad kids. And if anybody know, and some of y'all gonna be laughing, especially y'all that grew up with me, back them days, school started I think about 2 or 3 in the evening. I forgot what time, but I know it was in the evening. And then Wyandanch, back in the 75, 76, 77, really 77, 76, 77, our park, the Wyandanch Park, it's jamming. It is jamming at that time. Now, let me go back a little bit about our school, Wyandanch School again, because folks don't know about this. A lot of folks don't know about this, especially the young generation. In Wyandanch High School, back in 76, 77, at lunchtime, 5th, 6th, 7th grade. And you know what's so funny? I'm going to tell this story about my brother Calvin, Joe Rock. He was, his senior year, he flunked gym. Now I know all y'all saying, how in the heck you flunked gym? All you got to do is show up, put on your shorts or whatever you got to do, just be there. Calvin was never there. And it was 7th period, I think it was, gym, last period. Now, in Wyandanch back in 75, 76, 77, lunch period, 5th, 6th, and 7th period, you get to sign out a record player. And I swear to God, for everybody that know, but the ones that don't know, down at the lunch period, the whole hallway back there where it was at, from the doors going out all the way to the part where you turn to go down the hallway, it's wall to wall packed, partying, drinking, smoking, you name it, we doing it. 5th, 6th, 7th period, every day. The high school might as well have been a joint. It was so fogged up every day back there. From the time I bet you from the time you came in Wyandanch school to the time you left, it smelled like weed. This was back in 76, 77, folks. You go in the bathroom, this is first period. It's smoked out, beer bottles everywhere, and everybody probably blind before they go to class. I got to laugh about it because it was crazy. Out of control. And most of the folks up there wasn't even supposed to be there. They ain't spelled. But they the one bringing all the craziness up there. So the lunch period is packed, folks. I'm serious. I'm telling you what I know. Now, when certain teachers is on that's back there patrolling, is according to how you act. So you had the little teachers back there that everybody didn't respect. Oh, it's smoked down back there. Beer bottle, the thugs is up in there. The ones that don't even supposed to be on the property is up there. Everything is going on. Any kind of thing you want, you can get right there in that lunch period back there at the club. That's what I called it. fifth, sixth, seventh period. And the reason Calvin flunked gym because he was there seventh period every day. You couldn't help it though, folks. I'm gonna tell you, if you was in that crowd and the ones that were back there with me, y'all know what I'm talking about. It was crazy. So anyway, so now it's time to go to school for the thugs, the knuckleheads that got thrown out of school. So now they got to go to school at 5 o'clock. I mean, through 2 o'clock in the evening. And then wine dance back then, them days, just like the party going on at the lunch period, that's what's going on at the park. You talk about upcoming rappers from all the way down to you name it, especially the mug coming out of New York and all. They used to always come down. I mean, we had everybody used to come down, from the Flash to the Furious Five to the Sugar Hill Gang to you name it, through Wine Dance Park back in the day. You know, Nelson, the DJ Pleasure, all them folks was back there. Boy, it was crazy, out of control partying we had going on. Battle of the DJs. I mean, it was stupid. So it's time to go to school. And I'm like, shoot, I'm at the park. I ain't thinking about no school. So I went to a couple of juvenile detention centers for 30 days at a time, a couple of times. You know, get out, you know, still cutting up, coming in when I want, 2, 3 in the morning. I'm like, I'm 14, 15 years old, if that. Come in when I want. Ain't going to school. Don't want to go to school. Just want to be me. So finally I went to see the judge, my mom. Matter of fact, I used to want to just kill my mama half the time because I would say she always ratting on me to them daggone white folks. You know, always ratting on me to those white folks. Because when we go to court, that's all there. And she telling them everything. When we get home, she nice as can be, giving me everything I want. No, and I'm still messing up. Just messing up. Finally, we went this last time. And the judge was like, you know what? I guess we fed up with him too, Miss Finney. We're going to send him away. We're going to send him to a place upstate New Jersey in Westchester County. And the place is called Lincoln Hall. Guiding boys to a youthful manhood. And he going to go up there for 18 months to rehabilitate him. So, what could I say? I'm 15 years old. So that's the story of what happened to Jarrious. Now, the second part of Jarrious is amazing too, because this was the transformation of why I'm still here today. Because truthfully, I should have been dead back in the day. And I really mean that. I should have been dead. But God had his hand on me and said, you know what? And thank God for my mama and Perry, because they the ones saved me. And by me going up to this boys' home for 18 months is what changed my life. Probably could have been a little better if I would have, you know, stayed focused. But I'm not complaining. I always say everything is for a reason in my life. So this is what happened when they sent me upstate for 18 months. So I left, expelled from Wine Dance, can't come back on the property, or I get arrested in my 9th grade. It was probably about the end of my 9th grade. I'll probably get ready to go to my 10th, but I was definitely throwed out. I get up to the boys' home. They put me in my 10th grade, which was cool. So I did my 10th and my 11th year there in a boys' home, ran by brothers and sisters, the nuns like, and it was a strict school too. So when I went up there, I had a choice to make in my life, I guess I said. Either I'm going to act like I got some sense and learn something and do the right thing, or be a fool and go up there and just act up like I was doing in Wyandanch. So when I got up there probably was about a couple of hundred boys up there. And the crazy part about it, folks, you talking about boys that is the baddest kids that's juveniles. Probably in the world, to be honest. The baddest kids on the planet is sent up to Lincoln Hall. I'm talking about from upstate to New York to Philly to DC, the whole East Coast. Boys that's minors, that's out of control, is sent up to Lincoln Hall in 77 and 78 is when I went. 1977 and 1978. So if you was wondering where Jerry Finney was at, that's where he was at. Now, when I got there, if you was good, you came home once a month on the Amtrak. They put you in it was I remember it like, yesterday, really. It was a big old compound with old nice houses. I mean, castles like built like that was like had school on there. It had every sport you could think about on the property, from skiing to you name it, to basketball, football, track, everything. And probably had about 12 or more houses built on it. And each house had a van, brand new van, had counselors, I think about 4 per house. They did rotation, 24 hours, 7 days a week. And each house had a gym. You had boxing, gloves, and rings, stuff like that in there. Every house had a basketball court, full court. I mean, it was awesome. Kitchen. And I think each house slept about, if I ain't mistaken, maybe 10 kids or less. I can't remember, but at least 10. Because you had a 15-passenger van, brand new. And our counselors, I remember most of them were from New York. We was up in Westchester County, about Katona and Brewster. And they were from New York, the McNallys. I mean, they were some sharp Italian, I think they was Italian or something, guys. I mean, they was sharp. One was tall, he was at least 6'9" or something. And one was kind of built a little bit, but stocky. But the crazy part about these two, I remember, McCaffrey too, another one I remember, is that one was trying out for the Knicks, I think it was, basketball. And the other brother was trying out for the Mets. They both was gifted in basketball and baseball. They didn't make it, but they did try out for it. And they was good. So we always went to New York to play basketball. And we also had, tournaments, because we had teams. We had track team, basketball team, football, you name it. I mean, and I'm talking about some gifted mugs from the whole East Coast now, bad kids up there. And now producing their talent. And it was awesome, to be honest. And I was basketball, track. I was good in track more than anything. I mean, I was gifted in track. I was like Forrest Gump. Run, Jerry, run. I'm serious. I was so good in track up there that a lot of people don't know is that they used to let me off the compound just to go running up in the mountains. And I remember I was running. I'd be just running. And I remember second wind, third wind, fourth wind kick in. I mean, I was gifted. I ain't gonna lie. I had a gift in track, but I didn't want track. I wanted basketball. I was good in basketball too, and I wanted to play pro basketball. Even though I was short, but I was good. I think I was good, and I could have got better, in college or whatever. So while I'm up there, and they put you in the house according to your height and your size and all that. Because I think I weighed about 90 pounds. I know I was under 100 pounds back then. And everybody with me was in that same category. The 10 boys that's with me.